Hello, good morning. This is the front desk department. How may I help you?
Hello, this is Polanin from room 505. I can't seem to connect to the Wi-Fi. I have a very important virtual business meeting in a few minutes, and I really need the internet connection now. And aside from that, the room next door is very noisy, and I can't concentrate here. Do something about this.
Namaste everyone. Very good afternoon. Today we will discuss about the basic principle about complaint handlings. How to handle a complaint very promptly. So again, this is Manas from the hospitality desk. To more about hospitality industries related learning videos, kindly subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Okay, so today we will see some basic principle what you must to know and use while handling any complaints raised by the guest to your restaurant or at your restaurant. These are some basic rules for the successful handling of complaints. If you ignore or forget any of this, a simple complaint can turn into a major issue, so never dare to ignore. Just know major principle of guest handling. So I will see what all are the points, what all are the topic you basically need to keep in your mind while you are handling a guest complaint at your hotel or at your restaurant. First of all, you have to set your mind setup. Okay. The second is using polite language. Third, proper listening. Fourth, remaining calm. Fifth, showing sympathy to the guest. Sixth, apology. Seventh, never blame to other. Eighth, no excuse. Ninth, not try to make your guest wrong. 10th, be honest always with the guest. So these all are the topic you have to keep in your mind while you are going to handle a guest complaint. So we'll give you a describe how to handle a guest complaint at your hotel. The first is mind setup. Setting up your mind is more important. Keep good faith to help to the customer. It has been said that customer is always boss. We know everyone that customer is always right. Try to be very professional and handle the each and every complaint with the guest very professionally. A complaint incident that there must be laughs in your service, and this is the chance to solve your problem. The next is using polite language. Use of language is the most important aspect of handling any verbal or written complaint. While you are handling any written complaint, then you need to be sure enough about what you are writing. Careful about each and individual word and make sure any of the word does not wrong meaningful. Be professional and try to give the explanation of your point of view about this problem. What problem guest has bring it to your notice. The next is proper listening. Whatever complaint guest has bring to your notice, you have to listen very politely. Very meaningful listening has to be there. So if you don't listen the complaint properly, then you can't explain properly. So to give logic reply on the guest complaint, listen fully. Let your guest express his feeling first. Okay, then take your time, make your point, you be prepare yourself. After the finish his part, you start explaining. All right, understand? The next is remaining calm. This is more important. You may often find this is very difficult to remain calm to handle the complaint, but you have to be that. Just think in a logical way. It is your duty to react very professionally to the guest. But yes, if a guest become an aggressive, on that case you can call the security measures need to be taken. Then don't hesitate to do that. Call your security manager, take the person away from there and handle the guest. Thank you. Next is showing your sympathy to the guest. Start with sympathetic words. I'm extremely sorry, sir. What happened? I understand being your place. Like this. Start with sympathetic word, and expression is most advisable way to handle any complaints. Guest will start feeling that you understand his feelings and you are very careful about him. Some cases, some word or phrases you can easily turn to hot, aggressive situation into cool, friendly atmosphere. Seeking apology. Whoever does the mistake, apology first. This does not meaning that you agree on the complaint made by the guest. It means that you feel sorry only for the reason that guest is not satisfied with your service. After the apology, you can easily define yourself. The next is never blame others. Never blame to your colleagues. Never blames other or other department or your colleagues. In spite of blaming other, take responsibility on your shoulder, if possible, to handle the complaint or call the proper person to deal with the situation, but do not finish your job by just blaming the other. Next is no excuse. Sometimes we used to give excuse like that, sir, this is the reason, but never excuse to the guest. Never excuse. No guest will love to pay or to listen your excuse. Okay, there are some common excuse like today we are short of staff, they are very busy, etc., etc. Okay, excusing is not the proper approach. Rather, try to explain. If you are the shortage of staff, explain it and show possible way to solve it. Okay, so never excuse to the guest. The next is not try to make your guest wrong. Sometimes people used to say, sir, you are wrong, we are like this only. No, never try to make your guest wrong. This is told that guest is always right, guest is God. Even if your guest is wrong, then do not directly make him wrong. Okay, logically explain why you cannot fulfill his demand. This will represent that you are really caring about your guest, and your guest will feel comfortable, and they will be very friendly with you. So don't try to make your guest wrong. Next and the last is be honest with your guest. Be honest within yourself. Never give any promise which you cannot maintain, cannot bring up to the guest. This kind of promise, don't give it to the guest. Also, do take follow up step by step. Whenever a guest come to you, okay, with any complaint, anything guests are bringing to your notice, then you take responsibility, put off your shoulder. Even you are not engaged with this complaint, but you have to take regular follow-ups. Either this is happening or what time this will happen. You have to keep follow-up with your complaints, so that your guest will be understand that okay, you are taking responsibility for the guest complaint. So guys, these all are the point. Always being as a complaint handler, you have to keep it in your mind. So then what will happen, you can handle a guest complaint at your hotel very successfully. Okay, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और ऐसे ही मोटिवेशनल वीडियो पाने के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच।